What's up, everybody? It's Alfred. I'm back with another video. So let's just hop back into it. Still hasn't changed much. I'm just mainly trying to finish this right here, this exclusive poker challenge, which is taking quite a bit. Almost done. Been putting like a lot of hours or a lot of like volume into 25 NL. It's going okay. Yeah. I'll just give a sneak peek of the graph for like all the stakes I've been playing. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm gonna appeal versus a small 3-bet, even though this guy is a bit tighter, and ace-9 suited is always appeal. And I think I'm just gonna check back the ace-jack. Well, he is a weaker player, so I think we have value against like king-jack. So that's mainly why I'm gonna be betting there, and we block the flush draw. So gonna be appealing here. We have the backdoor flush, backdoor straight. He had pocket threes, so he just snap called. I think it just auto folded right there. I'm tempted to just bet like a third here. Like we benefit a lot from folding out his ace queen type of holdings, and kind of want to be blocking on board 2 as well. But I think I'm gonna check. That's a beautiful river. Think that if he has like ace king or king queen, that'll be like more, he'll feel comfortable betting now, and we just have a pretty easy all in here. Gonna be calling here against a short stack, pretty nice, and just gonna be checking the river. It's just unfortunate. This might be a bit thin, but like we're trying to get called by a king, keep that in mind. And we're gonna get check raise here. He pretty much always has value, but like we lock up the board so much, we just have an easy call. Most likely has some kind of ace king kind of holding, ace jack. Yep. Just gonna run it. This guy seems like the tighter player, but we will still be 3-betting this nonetheless. And ace queen will be part of my 4-betting range. We should just stop right now because we have a 700 big blind per 100 win rate. Gonna fold to the massive 4-bet. Not as massive when you consider how deep we are. And nice to get the fold. Went for like, I've been using like a min-raise strategy in 25 NL, 50 NL, so this just auto did it. But like, yeah, like the sims I've been studying have been using the min-raise strategy, which is why I decided to do that. But I'm just gonna try to remember to stick to my 2.5 or 2.3 opening. Only gonna be betting this sometimes. I think with our specific combo, benefit checking a lot. Turns a bit complicated now that we do turn a pair. And to be honest, we're good here, decent of time. He can start bluffing his like king queen, even his like flush draws still. Like he has a lot of like naked ace x here, or even like king x. So I still think we peel one more time. I think he slows down here with all his like draws, straight draws. So we just check and win against that. But yeah, looks like we had a good check on the flop. Ace-5, H4 suited. Guess it's a bit tight to fold this in like higher stakes, but I guess here you can open it. Ace-4, Ace-5 suited. Maybe would be the only aces I'd open. Gonna be calling the 9s here, and we do flop a middle pair. Pretty decent hand. We have some pretty decent backdoors, so we can peel. There's one of our backdoors, so I still think we just keep continuing on this card. does suck that we're losing to a queen, but now that he's just betting like 2 big blinds, I'm not that worried, to be honest. I'm gonna be folding pocket threes from middle position in these stakes, and I get to squeeze through, which is surprising. And we're just hoping for a check back here, to be honest. And or maybe just calling like a tiny bet, but we're just almost never good here. Yeah, like against like a half pot bet, it's kind of tempting just to call. But yeah, probably should go to something like 8 big blinds or 9 big blinds. Just gonna start with a small bet. Like normally we can go to like half pot. It's kind of weird. Could have pocket eights. Could have an overpair here. I think I just call once and try to spike an ace and just fold. That's not an ace. I think even folding against the min click is okay, just because we face a jam on that turn like almost 100% of the time. Let's got another ace king, and it's just gonna be a cold 4-bet, get it in kind of thing. Don't have any info on him. Pocket queens is a nice hand now, and then we just get it down, get it through with a cold 4-bet, and now we have another 3-bet here. I'm not gonna get involved in this hand, even though like ace 10 suited seems pretty playable, but this guy's opening like 4x, and there's like 2 callers behind. Even if we hit an ace, we're not really comfortable. Ace 4 suited would just gonna be a call. And on this board with a diamond, we pretty much just have a bet. I rolled like the low frequency here, so I do want to have a leading range here, but I just rolled the low frequency, so he snapjacks back. We block like backdoor diamonds, like all the backdoor diamond bets. So he just has auto check or fold. That's actually like one of the tells you can have on somebody, because like that's actually pretty exploitable in the future. Like if you know somebody has like auto check or fold, you can just bet like a min bet here with like your queen 10 off or something. I'm gonna fold the pocket eights here. Seems a bit tight for this guy. Only 3%. And we're just gonna fold. We have a bit of a tough spot here. This guy's definitely a reg, just judging by his stats. He draws a lot of his bluffs from like, I guess a snap bet and a huge one. We're just gonna a snap 4-bet and a huge one. Just gonna get it in. Running good. Just gonna fold here actually. I'm not really comfortable folding here, but like I feel like he does have like some 8-9 with like a diamond that bets his turn that just got there. Even has like some queen jack 10. The only thing that was like I was debating about is just because like people are more inclined to bet their flush draws on the flop. So I feel like he turned like some sort of like 2-pair. Like like heads up, this would be like a slam dunk bet, but multi-way, I think I just prefer to check a lot. Wondering if I'm playing any raises if this guy bet on this turn. I think I just mostly calls. I'm not really sure what I'm repping here, to be honest, when I start betting this turn. It's just mostly like delay, like flush draws, basically. That's why, like, I think this is a weird spot. Like, when I bet this turn into two people after the flop checks through, it's just like, what am I representing here? I think, like, most of my queen X would be betting the flop, you know? And all my sets would be definitely be betting the flop as well. Might be crazy, but we actually might be able to find another call on the turn here. We're still beating like some of his like 8-9 that decides to bet, you know? Well, I don't really have time banks, so definitely a spot to check out later. And this could go either way. I'm just gonna treat the one big blind like, not really sure actually. This is a kind of weird spot. Pretty easy 3-bet on board 2. And on this flop, I'm just gonna be mostly betting, sometimes checking. Still thinking about this one. Definitely don't think it's a mistake to fold or anything. Like, but I still think we should be calling like most of the time. Specifically because we're still beating like a lot of their... They still have like a lot of air that's betting here, you know? Like they have like some turned Jack 9s, some Jack 9, 8, 9, you know? That like gains equity and benefits from barreling, like King 8, like the King 9, King 8 suited. And especially against like an aggressive player, like I wouldn't mind like check raising the flop as well with this specific combo. Yeah, I don't know. That's like that hand is like in the back. This hand is in like the back of my head right now. We have an easy squeeze here. And we have another heads up pot. They're both short. I was gonna say I want to like just bet here, try to take it down, just because I feel like they have wide ranges, but against a half pot donk, we don't really call. Excuse me. I said in a few previous videos that King Jack's not really like an open a lot of the time, but when I have this many short stacks, perceived weaker players, we can just do it. And I have this like backdoor straight, backdoor flush, so with like this suit, I just kind of have a mandatory bet. Seven, 8 suited would most likely be a 3-bet, but like I said before, shorter stacks, we kind of just gotta play single raise pots more often, and we just have an easy cold 4-bet here. Not cold 4-bet, just like a 4-bet. We are a bit deep. It's kind of alarming, and I think I'm just gonna bluff this turn. We have a call, and on this board we just have an easy small c-bet. And we do have a call. Kind of just want to keep blocking this turn though. And we have a pretty easy small c-bet here. Oops. And yeah, we just fold here. And we just call this off. Oof, we got trapped. So it looks like we just lost 2 big pots there. And the red line becomes decimated. Yeah, that is just unfortunate that we did run into somebody who he most likely had something like pocket 9s, pocket 7s. That's pretty much it. For bluffs, I just can't see him having something like, you know, Jack 10 or whatever. You know, oh shit, we still have this hand to go. Damn, I probably should have bet here. So probably should have bet on board 2, but as played, I just gotta check it down now. Like, we just call this. And I think I just value bet the river against like some weird queen X that checked the flop. We're chopping, and I think we're just checking here now. And he does check back. Just turn river 5 of spades. And I think I've been studying this spot like a lot actually in the Sims, and we're actually supposed to either like block here or just bet like the 10% pot, like 3 big blinds. Like this specific spot, I've been looking at river blocks mainly. Gonna be 3-betting much bigger here since we are very deep. And let's see what the guy had when we had the pocket 9s. He had 7-8. So pretty decent value bet, I'd say. Yeah, I just got a bit confused with the other hands going on, but I think I made a mistake here. We should be mostly betting our range, but checking's fine too. Like from what I've learned looking at like GTO Sims is like you'll always like just spot like you just do one action more often, so the other action is not a mistake. So in this specific spot, we just bet very often, but we low frequency just check, so that'll be our low frequency play. Sorry. Easy folds. Ace king again. How many ace kings have we've been dealt this hand? I mean this session. Just a lot. I'd bet this a lot heads up, especially with my backdoor hearts, backdoor straight. But yeah, like I said, multi-way. Like this guy has like ace x pretty prevalent. Just gonna play my ace king pretty face up right now. Just the way you play ace king is like bet small, bet big, jam river. You know, it's kind of how you play your ace king. If he jams here, most likely has like 8s, 5s, ace 8, ace 5, ace deuce, that kind of stuff. just gonna fold to the min bet. As I was saying though, we just kind of got to call off with ace king though. We're running pretty hot. I'm gonna block here to induce, like if he has like some turn 7, like he probably can't call a big bet anyways. If he has a straight, then like we're gonna stack that thing anyway, unless he only calls with like, he'll call with a 7. That's gonna suck, but I'd imagine like against a block he'll be raising like a higher frequency of the time. Raising here. I'm just gonna be betting very small, and he insta folds. That's why I just tend to see bet more often against weaker players or like short stackers, because like they just have way more air than usual. This might look, okay, never mind. I was gonna say it might look pretty bad folding this instead of cold floor betting, but I'd imagine like button has like some sort of like strong range because he snap 4 bet, you know. Like he has aces or queens, yeah. Like it just seemed way too like tight, you know. He just snap 3 bet. We would have won. Sucks that we don't, like, you know, like he does have backdoor spade, like backdoor clubs here. I think I'm gonna double barrel this one. Oh, that sucks, because he's like back. Like, I think I bluffed this card, to be honest. Damn, this guy's so tight, though. Yeah, but, like, if I'm not bluffing this, then I'm, like, not bluffing anything, you know, like. That sucks. Didn't want to bluff. Not bluffing this up. Just at, like, the very bottom of our range, so I feel like inclined to bluff. When the backdoors clubs come in, I don't even think like we should be bluffing at all. Like, annoyed right now, especially since I literally just said this guy's like pretty tight as well. So gonna go for another check raise on this board with a gut shot. Yeah, just fold here. Fold here. It's like a pretty awkward sizing too. He just does it so big. So easy fold out of position, right? Oh my god. Oops, I just messed up my tables. Give me a second. There we go. Called a 3-bet here. Now he's c-betting huge on this board. With the heart, we just kind of have to continue. And on that turn, we're definitely gonna have to continue. And it looks like the leaderboard's ending, so I'm gonna start sitting out. Was gonna lead most turns, but at least he makes it reasonable, you know, like. Please get there. Fuck. Now we just fold. Like, he's just gonna bomb this river probably. And say goodbye to a red line. GG. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Oof. So we started off this session pretty hot. Up like 2 buy-ins, but now we just lose it all back. Which is fine, you know, like it's like this kind of part of how the game works. the nature of the game. Yeah. Maybe squeeze in one last interesting spot, but nope. And yeah. Month is going okay. Just sucks when our red line gets decimated because, yeah. I've been trying to get it back to even, but it's just so hard. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Have a good one, guys.